Lawmakers are poring over thousands of pages of a plan to reform health care. The Democratic proposal aims to bring coverage to some 50 million uninsured Americans. Joining us this morning to talk more about this plan, Dr. Charles Tipton, the chairman of the Bernalillo County Republican Party. Good morning, and thanks so much for joining us. Now, this just crossed through our House Ways and Means Committee, has approved a $544 billion tax increase for wealthier Americans, and this would help with this health care reform. What does the Republicans Party stand on this?
I think the biggest problem is that is where a lot of the small businesses are created in that income bracket. The fact is that we're in a situation where the economy is very weak, and having anything that's going to reduce the potential of increasing employment, I think, is very dangerous at this point in time.
So what needs to happen? Right now, small businesses making a certain amount of money would be penalized if they did not go ahead and pay for health insurance for their employees. So what would be a better solution to that?
I think that we're trying to rush the thing through the system. I think it's a question of time. Timing on this is very bad. I think the idea that we should do this in just a month or so rather than really look at what are the real issues. The numbers look like there's a huge number of people that are not covered. However, many people that are in low income, for instance, get covered as soon as they go into an emergency room. So the numbers are really deceiving the way they're being presented. And I think although there are issues such as previous conditions, that those should be treated individually. I think that the comprehensive part of it is the biggest problem, in my view.
So what strategies are Republicans using to try to deal with this? I mean, really, you don't have a lot of power right now.
Politically, I think that they have put in several amendments, and I think that most amendments have lost on a party line vote. It's as though they do not want, the Democrats are believing that they do not need the Republican support in order to pass their bill.
So what is your thought about the fining of some of these small businesses? That is something that seems to be a big concern for the Republican Party.
Well, I think anything that would potentially hurt the ability to employ more people is a concern for the party. And most of the growth in employment has been in small business. And when companies are saying they may have to fire 10% of their employees just because of the health care, I think that it's a big concern.
So the solution?
I don't have the solution. I tend to look at the national issues. We have the state party tends to look at those more than the local. My concern is that these global, large-scale programs tend to reduce people's choices, and I'm very concerned that people will lose choices in the future.
All right.
If we continue this.
Okay, Dr. Charles Tipton, and I want to thank you so much for coming in, of course, representing the Bernalillo County Republican Party. Don't go